Does anyone know who might be sitting here?
No, it doesn't matter.
We invite someone to sit there. Is there someone you know that's here we could invite? Do you have a... Or behind? I'll ask Cynthia.
Yeah, I'd love to come there.
Yeah. Johnny. He doesn't want to know yet. He's burnt. Yeah. What's that? Oh, where are they? Yeah. Two seats.
We can always take that seat there.
Kerry Tristan. That's not
So lush and green.
Dude, so we're the coldest summer ever.
I know, that's why I'm like embracing it.
Do you like the sign? You wouldn't get that in the image.
You're good? Just like that being nice. Sunny.
Makes it hard to see.
Made it from London.
Now we're going to get seats.
What was that?
I saw that.
That'll be right.
Lucky enough, we all put together and bought that. And I'll sell it for you.
It's only fair.
You're like, yeah. Oh, rubbish.
There you go. 400 shares. That would have been nice. Just a couple of days. We could have screenshot. Have one.
They had the dress. And I wanted to chunk in it. I found this and then I saw these and I was like, okay. Yeah. It's hard to get
That way you're not separated. Like one side's one and one side's the other.
I don't think anyone's on photo.
With my friend over here.
Oh, grandpa.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll sit
Across the aisle.
Yeah, I'll sit
And
on
the other
the
one,
side.
yeah.
Frank and the
Grandma?
There you go.
Carriers. Carl.
Carl stepping in.
Pop one at the bottom so that they're all showing.
Take the chair. That's not.
Yeah.
I thought it was while you were signing it.
As long as the wind doesn't blow, we'll be right.
So at least they're.
That's what I did.
So while that happens,
So must be very big. Right on time. Everybody says.
then I'll just and it'll be kind of casual. You guys are signing and people yeah, I've got it this week. I'm done. Yeah.
This used to be bigger, didn't it? This is only like hello. Just need to know my
Old excess. That one over there.
Yeah, you know, and then I was in what happened with they're the ones from over that time. It was usually a moment of like change and development that they've been steadily towards each other to arrive at where they are today.
Funny, the day we got married on Friday.
Probably just the bride and groom.
Emma.
Yeah. I'll be watching that.
Oh, I'm bored.
Hello everyone again. Just a request from the couple to please switch off your phones during the ceremony. Kerry and Tristan have an awesome photographer here today. His name's Alex up the back, and he will be taking all the amazing shots so that you don't have to and you can enjoy the ceremony with your own eyes and hearts. They've asked me today to create a really relaxed, friendly, warm ceremony, and so I guess that means I need your help. If you feel like laughing, laugh out loud. Make some noise. Tears are welcome. Just relax and enjoy. Thank you so much.
Should they? I mean, if that's like one of the closest friends of gender.
Yeah, they must be. made sense.
Coming.
Hello.
Really good.
Yeah, you can give her a round of applause. Right. Hello, family and friends. Welcome everyone to Tristan and Kerry's wedding day. My name's Kate Morgan. I'm an authorised celebrant, and I can't tell you how excited I am to be here. It's been a journey for everyone, and it's been such a pleasure getting to know them. And for the wedding party, let's hear it for the girls. We've got Lauren, Michelle, Jackie, and Bea. And standing up there with Tristan and Derek, Ben, Emily, and Dean. And our flower girls are Isabella, Michaela, and Page boys Jackson and Harvey. What an incredible spot we have here today. They told me that the moment they found this spot, they knew it was going to be perfect for today's wedding. As I said, I've got to be honest with you all right from the start. I've fallen for these guys myself. It's been a real pleasure getting to know them. Not that I need to tell any of you what a very special couple they are. Most importantly, though, on their behalf, I'd like to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you who are here to share this very special moment in their lives as they dedicate their lives to one another. There are some very special people who could not be here today, Kerry's grandma and Gigi. When I first met them, I got a real sense that family and friends were super important to them both. They told me this: our family and friends mean everything to us. and we cannot wait to have them all in one spot and to celebrate with them. So it's wonderful to see them standing there, up there, surrounded by all the people that they love. And let's face it, this is going to be a little festival of love here today. Now, I just would like to let everyone know that we're not going to stop the ceremony to go and sign the marriage register during the service. We'll do that straight afterwards up at the bar. This means they can get to partying with you a little bit quicker. After the ceremony, they will have their wedding photos with immediate family. The good news is that drinks and canapes are on their way. I now have a little surprise for Tristan. We'd like to welcome his sister Kate, who's going to read to us.
For those of you who, well, you all know now, Kerry asked me to give a reading today as a surprise for Tristan. And after she asked me, I was talking to John about what I might say. And he asked me what I thought of when I thought of the two of you. And the first thing that came to mind was that in the 11 years that you've been together through your 20s and your 30s, and it's usually a huge time of personal development and growth, steadily throughout that change, you've grown towards each other to find yourselves here where you are today. And after saying that to John, I knew immediately what it is I wanted to read in this moment. And that is an excerpt from Captain Corelli's Mandolin by Louis de Bernier. Love is a temporary madness. It erupts like volcanoes and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots have so entwined together that it is inconceivable that you should ever part. Because that is what love is. Love is not breathlessness. It is not excitement. It is not the promulgation of eternal passion. That is just being in love, which any fool can do. Love itself is what is left over when being in love has been. And this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Those that truly love have roots that grow towards each other underground, and when have fallen from their branches, they find that they are one tree and not two. I love you both.
Beautifully done. Thank you, Kate. So when it comes to creating a wedding ceremony, my favourite part is getting to hear the couple's story. I'm a romantic at heart. I guess it comes with I was pretty excited to hear that the love story of Kerry and Tristan is a modern-day fairy tale which began a long time ago in a faraway land. I'm talking 2009 at a very cool bar in Fitzroy called the Nightcat. Tristan remembered it clearly. He said, "I thought she was really pretty, but I was about to leave on a 3-month trip to the US, so nothing happened at first." He returned home to Australia, and later that year, on New Year's Eve, his friend suggested that she might pop over with Kerry, that girl you met at the Nightcat. When he opened the door, Kerry was struck by the handsome Tristan. It was his blue eyes and his casual style. She said it was the way he wore his hat, his shorts, and his singlet that she loved. And she remembers thinking, this is someone I could kiss tonight, remembering it was New Year's Eve after all. What neither of them knew in that instant, in the early evening of New Year's Eve 2009, was that a little spark had lit up that would ultimately lead them all the way to the very spot you find them in today, about to make vows to last a lifetime. Tristan explained it like this: from day one, we just clicked, and we wanted to be around each other all the time. Kerry remembers the feeling of having butterflies. Gets them all the time. Style, of course, things between them just blossomed, and over the years, Kerry and Tristan have created a wonderful life filled to the brim with all the good stuff. They love holidays around Australia, or in normal times, they've loved visiting places like Thailand, Bali, Vietnam. They love going out for meals and good movies, not to mention spending time with all of you. In 2020, they welcomed their four-legged love child, Charu, who's really brought them together as a little family. Time spent together, their favourite time of all. And of course, there was beautiful black dog, Jenna, Kerry's dog, who sadly passed away a few years ago. Going through that terribly difficult loss was really hard, but like all difficult times, it also brought them closer together. I asked Kerry about Tristan, and she explained that it's his silly side that she loves the most. You probably know that this is a couple who try not to take life too seriously. So the times when they're chasing each other around the kitchen table, talking silly, are Kerry's favourite times of all. She loves that he's passionate and sensitive, and the way he applies focus and love to everything, from his work to all of his relationships. So with all that, she understands that she may just have to learn to live with the fact that he is really bossy. Because as she said, since we met, we've grown and matured together. Tristan definitely keeps me on my toes, but he has a pure, loving soul and always makes me feel safe. Tristan described Kerry as kind, thoughtful, and patient. He told me he loves that they have so much fun together. He said, "We have the same sense of humour and have created our own little world." He's proud that they've learned so much from each other. He's now better with finances, apparently, and they've both learned to cook. But their strongest connection is through their love of animals, especially their dogs. And so, Tristan, her car may never be quite as clean as you would like, but that's okay, because Tristan said that they're better together. Tristan and Kerry are looking forward to married life together, where they will continue to invent silly. They're excited to see how they change as a team in the future too, and hope to one day become parents of real human babies. But more in the future too, and hope to one day become parents of real human babies. But more than anything, right now, they're looking forward to being married. So how about we make that happen? Family and friends, let's hear it again for them. I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to the law. Before you are joined in marriage, in my presence and in the presence of these lovely witnesses, I'm to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage according to the law in Australia is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Now, just to begin the formal part of the ceremony, Tristan and Kerry would like to honour their own parents who are here today. But of course, there can be no mention of family without first mentioning some very special people who are no longer with us. Tristan's Uncle Jeff and his Nana and Papa, Mary and John and Uncle Jeff and his Nana and Papa, Mary and John and Grandma Irene and Grandpa Les. And I'm conscious that I think I'm standing in front of those people, so I'll move to the side for a moment. Kathy and Sean, Catherine and Carl, as loving parents to Tristan and Kerry, you've nurtured and supported them over the years in many thousands of ways. On their wedding day, they'd like to say how grateful they are for the unconditional love and guidance you've always shown them. So as for the rest of you, all of you guys, even you up the back, every couple exists within a larger community, a special network of family members and close friends who play a significant role in their lives. And for Tristan and Kerry, you lot are those very people. You each have your own stories that include them. You've each played a part in shaping them as individual people, but as also as a happy couple we see here today. So before they make vows to each other and say I do, we have a question for you that we would like you to answer, and hopefully you'll answer with your loudest and most enthusiastic we will. Loudest and most enthusiastic we will. Will each of you promise to not only have a spectacular night tonight, maybe you'll be doing your bit to make this the wedding of the decade. Will each of you promise to not only have a spectacular night tonight, maybe you'll be doing your bit to make this the wedding of the decade, but do you promise to celebrate all the happy times in their lives, and should they ever need, will you be there for the more difficult days too? We will. Will you be there for the more difficult days too? We will. That's good. Good news.
Just face each other.
Tristan and Kerry, you've come here today to offer each other the precious gift of love. Kerry, do you promise to dedicate yourself to Tristan in heart and soul here today to offer each other the precious gift of love? Kerry, do you promise to dedicate yourself to Tristan in heart and soul, to love, care and cherish him through life's joys and sorrows for all the days of your life? Tristan, do you promise to dedicate yourself to Kerry in heart and soul, to love, care and cherish her through life's joys and sorrows for all the days of your life?
I do.
So the beautiful couple are now going to exchange wedding vows and rings. So Jackson, would you please have the rings? That would be wonderful.
With this ring, I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Kerry and Byrne, take you, Tristan David Prowse, to be my lawful wedded husband. Thinking about what I was going to say today, I was full of emotion, both good and bad. The stress and disappointment of not knowing when we could get married was unbearable at times. But we are here now, finally. I could not be happier and more in love with you. Despite the anger, tears and frustration with the current state of the world, you have always been my sounding board, my rock, my everything. And I am extremely grateful for the life we have together. 11 years and for respect and appreciate you. I promise to work hard for this companionship and life we have built together, and will strive to be the best Mrs. Prowse I can. You, Tristan David Prowse, are my one true love, my best friend, and my very soon to be husband. And I cannot wait to become your wife. You make me want to achieve my best in life, and you keep me on my toes. Minus your good looks and striking blue eyes, it is your values and your kind, generous, funny, and loving soul that I fell in love with, and you still give me butterflies. Thank you. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for loving our late black dog. Thank you for being the best dad to Shrew, also known as Batneck. And thank you for whatever our exciting future will bring, because I know it's going to be great. And lastly,
There's children present.
With this ring, I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Tristan David Prowse, take you, Kerry Byrne, to be my lawful wedded wife. So, in true Tristan style, I left writing my vows to the last minute. Naturally, that made writing them even harder. The first thing I noticed about you were your eyes and your sense of humour. I realised that I love you when you started to make me laugh in your own special way. Like when you used to say, "You're smushing me," when I would cuddle you to stop you getting dead. I love you because of your caring nature and how often you make me laugh. I love all of you, even the way you somehow seem to leave hair in every room of the house, or how you can't keep a car clean even if you were paid to. I most admire you for how hardworking, supportive, and funny you are. I remember when we first got together, I used to enjoy watching how well you would fit in with all my friends and family, and this made loving you even easier. You've always inspired me to be the best that I can be, and have truly put out the best in me, like the way you turned me into a dog lover. Spending time with you, Jenna and Sharu, has been the highlight of my life. I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you, and I promise to always love you, support you, encourage you, and to back you up your head.
Okay. Now, if you were listening carefully at the beginning of the ceremony, you will know that I mixed up their names. I blended them together. So that means for the rest of the night, you can call Tristan Kristen. Kerry and Tristan, we've come here together on this beautiful day to celebrate the love you found together. I'd like to say to you both that in witnessing your marriage, our hearts are full of love and happiness for you and your family. And finally, by the love that has brought you here today, by the vows you have made, it is my very great honour to pronounce you finally husband and wife. Tristan,
take you everywhere.
Sure. No.
Correct. Really? Oh, everything went wonderful. Yes. So wonderful that you could come. Thank you so much to everybody. Fantastic. I know it's like she landed because she went, yes.
Oh,
For
yeah.
like 3 days before I was like,
Yeah, that's right.
yes, I was thinking the same thing, going around the board and everything. Yeah, it was a miracle. Yeah.
We were actually at
Yes, that's right. I'm glad I didn't have to make that. Yeah, exactly. You want a wedding to reflect. I just think Oh, you're divine. Just divine. I have my face is hurting from smiling. She's so sweet. Oh, goodbye. Thank you very much.
Taylor, who wanted to keep growing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He's going back to these.
I got my brother.
Now, I'll catch you up later anyway. That's so good. It's not something I can describe when you ask something.
Yeah, so your hand taking to your voice it's not like you're like you went like that at all.
And my legs, because I was like, I can't like settle on my heels, so it's like on my tiptoes. So I'm like, I just figured if I'm shaking, I mean, who wouldn't be nervous? Who wouldn't be nervous?
It's more like
I'd not relax until it was done. And now it's done. And get on it.
I'm so glad you got shadow time. I know, I'm like the other
Only housewives that don't want to.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to.
I watched them at the beginning and then I just lost my way.
Yeah, I've been watching the music.
New York, I've rewatched.
Yeah, I would.
New York, Beverly Hills.
Up to things that your least favorite.
Oh, because she's such a disaster. She's so confident. I'm like, you're a red hot fucking man.
She is, and that's what I like about her. Because they're like, yeah, I'd hate to like be their friends, but because they're
I like Sonia. We're gonna have to get but at the start when she went into the limousine with Bethany and she's like, I'm a contest, don't mess the driver or whatever. Delicate or whatever it is.
Oh, yeah, I know it's on. It's just not loud. In the middle bit, yeah, that's it.
But I hate
It's a trifling
I didn't like it. Yeah. She was not quite on the same point. I was like, you actually don't know what you're talking about. I'm not today, so I'm trying to be for a wait till she gets what she said. I made it nice. Okay.
she's like just
Yeah. Dorinda's great.
Definitely have to have.
I've always loved her. She's a bit boring. She's fine, but she's boring.
Not going to keep it.
Sylvia.
I remember. How are you?
Good idea.
Good to see you too. I know. I hated you to How are you? Good. So nice to meet you.
35 years.
Love that.
That's
That's a long run.
Yeah, it's quite nice to have a wedding.